So company secretary, as I explained to you, has the key managerial person of any company. When I say key managerial person, means the company secretary is responsible for all the compliance of the laws of the company. And if the company secretary does not comply, then would be liable under the Companies Act and would be penalized heavily. So basically, it's a very, very crucial and an important role which the company secretary plays. It's basically, the company secretary is a person who is a liaisoning between the board members of the company and the management of the company, between the stakeholders of the company, such as the shareholders and the management of the company, the government and the management of the company. So it's a very pivotal and a very important role which a company secretary plays, and without which today no company can function, because laws have become so complicated, and the penalties are so heavy that if the company falters in any of the compliance, a huge penalty is applicable to them. So therefore, the company secretary ensures that all the compliances are placed and plays a very pivotal role. Not only that, company secretary can also is also trained in audit. The company secretary is also trained in doing indirect taxation. Company secretary is also trained for GST matters. Company secretary is also trained. So it's just not Companies Act, but all the other allied also the company secretary has to study while doing the course. So it's a very tough course. It's just like a CA, how you have a chartered accountancy course. You have to give your entrance exam, and then so it's an institute by itself. So, and it has its own act. So you have the Company Secretaries Act, which you have to follow and adhere to. So as a company secretary also, I am bound by certain restrictions where we cannot publicize our services, we cannot solicit our services by way of advertisement. Nothing can be done. We have to only through our services and through proving ourselves, and through word of mouth we can provide services. So there are a lot of restrictions that are there in terms of integrity. So we have to be very obviously if we are compliant, we have to be a person with integrity, honesty, and ensuring that all the compliances are in place. So it's a very important role. That potential is huge. So today, actually, if you see, we have there is the demand for company secretaries is much more as compared to the supply. So today we must be having more than a lakh of companies which require as per law to have company secretaries, but the company secretaries would be barely 60,000-70,000. So there is a demand supply gap, number one. And number two is that for practice also, as I said, so many areas of practice are there, and you can specialize in any one of these areas, and you can because if you're specialized you can really become really big. So potential is huge. There's a huge potential. There's a huge job market. And because every company now, every management or CEO or because they're very they want to ensure that their companies are all compliant and there's no problem. So yes, I feel that there's a lot of potential, and I feel that we should this profession has sky's the limit for this profession.